We were afraid to take them anywhere. We often wondered, will we ever go on a family vacation? Will we ever get to do things that a normal family would do? CalmWear has given me hope and given us the ability to do these things now.
You can sense there's a peace and a calmness in the whole family. It's like, these shirts have transformed the whole family into being calm. It's really quite remarkable.
Ethan was on the spectrum the longest. He was the first one that introduced us to the world of ASD. Where we really were finding difficulties with Ethan was his regulation of both his senses and his behavior. We were kind of out of options. We were happy to try anything. When I heard about CalmWear, I was pretty skeptical, but I certainly wasn't going to stand in the way. But I won't pretend like I had any hope that this was going to help us in any way. The change in Ethan has meant for me, I now connect to my son in a way that I've never been able to before, and I totally attribute that to CalmWear. The thing that encourages me the most and gives me hope is where I've seen the CalmWear really help my children when we're out in public. There aren't the meltdowns that we were seeing on a day-to-day basis in our lives, and were forcing us to stay almost prisoners in our home. These things have become non-existent in our lives, and that's the real benefit of using CalmWear. There was a big change in Ethan. I'm the one that gets Ethan and his brothers ready for school in the morning, and it is always a challenge to get him up and out of bed. The morning after he started wearing CalmWear, he jumped out of bed and said, "I can't wait to go to school." These are words I'd never heard him spoke in his life. He dreaded going to school. I'd hear the stories about him being dragged from the car to get into the class. And this was not a one-time thing. This became every morning, to the point where on the weekends where I would wake him up and he would be excited to go to school and then become upset that he didn't get to go to school.
I was just totally shocked. Now, this is a kid that has always gone to school literally kicking and screaming. And he said, "Oh, good morning, Grandpa. I'm going to school, isn't that great?" And I kind of scratched my head a bit, what's going on there. And Jen said, "Oh, show Grandpa your shirt." And he pulls up his outer shirt, and I could see his shirt. I didn't know what the significance was, just that, he was excited, he was going to school, and this was a good thing. A couple of days later, I walked into his bedroom, and he goes, "Oh, hi, Grandpa." And he started relating a long, detailed story to me. He wasn't just speaking in sentences, which was odd enough. He was full paragraphs and rich, and he was excited, and he wanted to share this with me. And I said, "Ethan, I don't think you've ever told me a story that good before." And my son just looked at me, he says, "Dad, I'm going to tell you something." And he related how these shirts have transformed him. And I thought, well, yeah, the evidence is pretty clear.
And we started developing common interests and bonds between whether it was games or activities, playing cards, things he'd never shown an interest in before, he suddenly had an exuberance for. And we were able to do these things together.
I'm so proud of my son and Jen, how they've gone through the process of working with their children. I mean, they have just put themselves out there to try everything.
Just before we got CalmWear, we had transformed one of our other sons' rooms into a timeout zone. We needed a place where they would be safe but able to express themselves when they were having a meltdown. We finished that room days before we got CalmWear. And since we've put CalmWear on our children, we've not had to use it yet.
The dramatic difference that these shirts have made to the kids is unbelievable. And I'm just so happy for them that they finally found something. I think if I had to describe it, it's that. It's healthy. You could say healthy means you're not sick, but no, healthy means that you've got a vitality, you've got life, you've got joy. And that's what I see manifesting in the home and in the kids, that they're just alive.
You have to try this product. It's changed my life, and it's changed the lives of all my children that are wearing it. They have all benefited so greatly from using this product, and I have benefited from it as well, being able to share more directly in their lives.